Fellow Toastmasters and guests, we have come to a rather very interesting round of a Toastmasters meeting, and as the Toastmaster Day pointed out, it is something known as table topics. Everybody over here at a Toastmasters meeting should ideally get a chance to come up here and say a few words at some point in time during the meeting, for which we start off with the role players, we move on to the speakers, and then if we do have the evaluations, we have the evaluators. So almost everybody who is a member of Toastmasters gets a chance to speak. But then what use is it of the audience if they only come in and watch, but don't actually interact or participate? And for that very reason, we have a round which is known as table topics, or rather thinking on your feet, because that is where you get an opportunity to come up here and voice your thoughts on a few topics that I have right here in my hand. The time for this is 1 to 2 minutes, which basically means, like the prepared speeches, you get an extra 30 seconds on the end time of 2 minutes, so you can exceed up to 2 minutes 30 seconds, but you do not get a lag time at the start of the speech. So you have to stand here for at least a minute. The idea of that is that as you start coming in and start speaking, to get rid of the initial nervousness, you could just stand here for a minute and say a few words. And after that, as you do a few more table topics and get into the prepared speeches mode, you can then stand here for the longer period of time, collate your thoughts as you speak, and then deliver a magnificent speech. So before we do that, like I said, I have a few chits in my hand, and since the theme is never give up, the idea of these topics is that there is just a word written, and when you pick up the chit, I will explain to you a scenario wherein you have to speak on that particular scenario as you would. So I have the authority as the table topics master to pick up any one of you if nobody comes forward within the next 2 seconds. Okay, I guess the 2 seconds are up, so I will pick up somebody randomly from the audience. So how about you? Yeah. Can we have a round of applause? So Chirag has the topic 9/11. He was in the Twin Towers when the two planes crashed, and he is now speaking to his son, and these are his last few words. So he has to advise his son on the future. Over to you.
Last few words.
Myself, Chirag. Dear audience, I don't know why this happened to our family, why this happened to me. All I can say is, I want to start off by saying that I really love you. I really love your mother. You guys have been a special part of my life. I have cherished every moment that I spent with you guys. You have been a very important part of my life. And why I want to say this upfront is because I don't know how much time I have left. Now, I might die in the next 2 minutes. I might die in the next 1 minute. But I want you to take out a lesson from what has happened to us and from the people who have inflicted it over us or the other people. So what happened to us is basically a group of people who did not like others to be happy in life, to progress in life, who were jealous of their achievements and wanted to create an obstruction for their progress. They basically tried to do this to them and try to put an end to their happiness. Now, this is something that I want you to never do in life. whenever you will come across instances where you will come across people who are happier, who are doing well in life, your friends. Some of them you might be not so on not so good terms with you, but you have to take a lesson out of it, that you have to learn from their progress. You want to be like them, you have to want to do better in life, but never harbor hatred against these people, never have ill feelings, and never try to do what people have done in this particular instance. So I want you as my son to be an embodiment of love, to be an embodiment of peace, and I want you especially to be that, because you are about to lose your father. I will die in the next 30 seconds, I think, and I want you to know that I'll always be there for you, right? So never feel alone in this world. There are a lot of good people out there. There are just a handful of bad people, and you are already in the majority. So always be happy. Always try to carry love wherever you go, and again, never be like the people who did this to me and the other people around you.